Ruby, a bunch of different stuff, but that all doesn't matter. Yeah, Blaze Blue.
All right, well, we are underway with...
Yeah, Persona 4 Arena, which is my favorite, so...
A slightly different, debatably a fighting game.
Oh, no, this actually... That's a great segue, because this matchup is basically Blaze Blue cross-tag battle. You got the one swordsman who just goes for the stray hits and tries to kill people, and then you have literally the anime character comboing all over the dang place.
Yeah, Bayonetta... Look, it's been well documented what she is in a Smash game. She is almost out of place, it feels like. The more that you watch her play, she can just do things that other characters can't.
Why did Ned just get dropped?
I don't know. Like, there were no Bayo things happening. That was just Ned got red and neutral 9 or 10 times in a row to start the set. Not really the start he was looking for in Winners Finals, although Tyroy has kind of been on a tear lately. He just won Push More Buttons recently this weekend, where Ned got 4th. Tyroy taking out Cinniboo, taking out Fallen. Probably had the harder bracket. They seeded him, I think, 4th at the event.
They seeded him...
Yeah, they seeded him 4th because he was the 4-5 with Cinniboo.
The thing about seeding in Minnesota is, like, players can get kind of streaky.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, their whole PR has wins on each other at different times. They'll just be in a row. So, like, one of them will get, like, a 3-win streak on the other, or one of them will get a 3-win streak on everyone. So it's kind of hard to predict which of the Minnesota players will go off at any one time. This last weekend, it was Nameless who really went on a big run, and Yeti who was able to put Ned in the losers. So it's kind of harder to predict that. But Tyroy also, of course, I mean, you can't... He didn't have a hard... He had a hard... You have to say he had a hard run because he beat Fallen twice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably the toughest win at that tournament.
He's definitely just been on a tear as he gets that second back air there and gets the 2-stock win on Ned for game 1, where he's looking sharper than ever, which is kind of impressive because I was talking to him a bit before this. He says he's fasting for a couple of days, wants to, you know, get ready for the summer. I think he wants that beach bod. But he's got to be exhausted. He hasn't eaten food in 2 days. He's just been drinking fluid.
Once you get into the rhythm of that sort of thing, it becomes easier. Or so I read, because I've literally never done it myself.
Yeah, it's the same. I don't think I would have the willpower to do that, which explains why I'm also bad at everything. Lack of willpower. Get on our way here for game 2, going right back to Smashville. Ned and Tyler play each other quite a bit, so these Winners Finals are kind of...
You can already see the mind games between these two, because Ned literally, like, walked forward, charged limit, and then shielded, like, in Tyroy's face.
Yeah.
This is like, you're not going to do anything about this, and I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, Tyroy, in response, shielded. And that's just how they play each other. But when Tyroy gets kind of on a run, what you'll notice about the way he plays the game, especially against Ned, it's not that he just, like, will body Ned over and over because he's, like, putting on crazy Bayo combos, or he's doing all kinds of things that you've become accustomed to him doing against, you know, some of the mid to lower level players. As he hits that down smash.
A rare missed sweet spot from Ned pays off big for Tyroy.
Oh, yeah. And what Tyroy does is he wins neutral because he just starts to read Ned and punish him over and over again, but in small ways. He looks not untouchable, but just gets big leads. Like you had in game 1, he took a big lead early. Now we're in game 2, he's got definitely a solid lead. Although, can never count on Cloud. Character's just got way too much skill power.
Okay, talking about the mind games, Ned never does that, just the run-up cross-slash. Definitely was hoping he would take Tyroy off guard here, but Tyroy was smart enough to get that shield down, be in a good position to defend the assault.
Tyroy with the slightly easier recovery than Cloud has there, being able to get back to ledge when he wants to. Just got to be careful. Pretty much through mid-stage, avoiding Cloud's large hitboxes, which he's been excellent at doing for this first game and a half so far. And that's usually the difference maker when these guys play each other. If Ned can space well from the center with his back air, mostly like his back air and his rising up air based on the 2 spacing options, that's usually when he has the best record on Tyroy. But if Tyler can avoid those 2, those are when he takes sets against Ned, despite the roughly 2-to-1 discrepancy in the last year in Ned's favor.
The dash attack will pay off here for Ned. He's got to get that limit back up and fast, though. And that's another thing, is just the limit management has really been all in Tyroy's favor so far. We've only watched a couple games of this, but it's actually been pretty stark. Oh,
he missed the ledge. Another rare miss from Ned, and Tyroy is going to take a fairly quick 2-0 lead for the way that these guys usually play each other. Usually a lot of, like, I'm going to feel out the other player, try to go for some early conditioning. Tyler's just been going for the throat for 2 straight games. Just like, I'm not going to let you breathe. You don't get to think about this. I'm just going to try to beat you immediately.
That game was kind of I'd actually even say more of a brain fart than the first game. Even though Tyroy went off in the first game, right? He just went on a crazy run. But Ned had 2 missed sweet spots, basically, that cost him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He missed the mix-up on the platform, and then before he missed a sweet spot, which caused him to get spiked.
Yeah, Tyroy beat Ned game 1, Ned beat Ned game 2.
I'll see if Town and City can turn around Ned's favors here. I'm going for a quick tech chase onto that top platform. Really high up, though. Didn't have too much time to pull the trigger. But now, it looks like the boot's on the other foot, at least for the moment. Okay, we're going to find the ledge.
Yeah, Town and City definitely has a tendency to turn entire sets around as a stage. It has the capability to do that, so we will see what it does for Ned. He was actually lucky he didn't get caught on one of the moving away platforms. He was only about an inch away from having to tech I believe, a forward air at the time.
Just grabbing the center stage, so that's also really important for Ned, just to take the center and keep Bayo in the corner. Holding the stage means that it's much less likely that she's going to get to throw you all the way off the stage and have to burn that limit in the first place. Another missed input, though, from Ned almost costs him very dearly.
Yeah, and the damage that Tyroy got in alone is just making it more and more difficult for Ned to recover in general. He's had to eat some extra damage that you really don't want to eat at the higher percentages. He had a stout lead, and now, honestly, at these percents between these two characters, this is roughly even. Cloud with a little bit of an advantage because an errant back air can kill. But Bayonetta with Rage makes those combos just so much scarier.
The limit online can also help Cloud survive a bit longer, and you know he has the opportunity to pull the trigger. Doesn't even need to. The forward tilt's enough.
That was a trick that historically Tyroy likes to do against opponents in general, and Ned's usually the one who doesn't fall for it, where he'll just kind of rising witch time. Ned was waiting with the most optimal punish possible as Cloud's forward tilt kills so early. Cloud's forward tilt almost makes Cloud's forward smash meaningless as a move.
It's funny how many witch times Tyroy can hit on players that he plays throughout the bracket, but then he gets to Ned and he has hit, I think, 0.
Yeah, and he's gone for enough to where that number shouldn't be 0, and against most players it wouldn't be.
This is the Ned we're used to seeing in this matchup. He just hits Bayo to the left, hits Bayo to the right, gets the grab, resets the situation. He's playing very confident, but that Nair should buy Tyroy at least the limit.
I like that rising side B from Ned coming off stage. He tried to just hit him with the one-hit reset. It's really smart.
Quick confirm with the Nair, not enough.
Oh, the get-up attack beat the side B. That,
not expected.
That was interesting, and not something that is very common. All right, Tyroy's got Ned now in the I'm going to grab you and kill you %.
But those bullets should be enough, but the limit charge is right on cue.
Oh, Tyroy fished for a grab, and now he's the one in the bad spot.
Retreating again. You see the perfect pivots are so good for Cloud to just buy you a little bit of breathing room. This up throw? Yes.
Yep. Wow, that killed earlier than normally it would, but max rage Cloud. Going to do the job there. So we're going to have 2-1. This set is not quite over yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if it went 5 games.
You right there, Chief?
Yeah, sorry.
I was expecting a wittier retort.
I don't have one. I had a granola bar. There was a mistake.
Oh, that was the one in the box that I poisoned.
Yeah.
Sorry. See ya!
You know, I need to poison one. I usually eat the whole box. All right, game 4.
Battlefield the pick. I'm actually kind of surprised to see not Dreamland. Like, I always see Tyroy pick Dreamland. Maybe not against Cloud. Maybe this is a new look.
I like Battlefield just fine in the matchup. You don't always have to rise Cloud off the top. A lot of times when you're beating Cloud, you're beating him off stage to the sides.
I always forget how tall Bayo's full hop is until she starts doing those. You can just do the up air, up air, up air, up air combo on these platforms where you jump off of one and then just land on the next one in a single bound.
The way that Ned has been abusing these platforms, wouldn't be so sure to say that this is a regretted stage choice.
Because maybe with a game to give, Tyroy wants to try standard Battlefield, and then he'll go to Dreamland on game 5. Or we might see a Lilac come into play. That's also definitely possible, but we're thinking way too far ahead at the moment. Let's get back into this specific match. Tyroy's clawed back into this game, 81% on Cloud, and this witch time is the ticket.
Yeah, that is the first witch time he's hit the entire set, as you had mentioned earlier, and that was a really good one. He caught Ned coming up with a big fish.
I like that up smash there, actually. Even though it did get witch time, Tyroy has sometimes gotten into like a short hop happy mode. Well, right now he seems pretty grounded. Maybe this is a new look.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Well, he went for it again, and I'm not a fan of that one the second time, but I am always a fan of the mix-up. And that first up smash certainly was.
Wall jump. I always forget Bayo has a wall jump. She has like infinity things, and she just has a wall jump.
Yep.
Sure. You needed that. But just walk up jab with the invincibility. Good percent right now for Tyroy. He's trying to build an even bigger lead.
Got a bunch of percent there with that, well, what just happened? I think Ned had just had enough. That's really what it looked like. It didn't look like he made any mistake. He walked away. He was like, you know what? I just got jabbed for 20. I quit. He just won that WWE I Quit match with a jab.